Hello, my name is Mendelsohn, President of NewIntelligence. I want to talk to you today about the AI assistant that is built inside of IBM's Cognos Analytics that is part of our QuickStart solution for SAP Business One. Now, what we want to talk about is visualization and being able to look at information inside of the Cognos Analytics solution, giving you the ability to look at information, whether that information be from SAP Business One or other external data sources. And we're able to use that using the power of IBM. Now, in order to illustrate this, I want to show you not only do we have the ability to bring in data from SAP Business One, which today we have approximately 30 modules that are pre-built for SAP Business One that allow you to create reports and dashboards, as well as the budgeting, planning, and forecasting, leveraging IBM Planning Analytics. I want to show you an example of where I can take data like we have here with regards to Excel. So what I can do is I can take this Excel data that has a lot of information of sales and budget and inventory information, and I want to show you how I can bring that into context so that you have the ability to play with this information and give some analytic capability. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that spreadsheet and I'm going to go ahead and bring it right onto the canvas. From here, it's going to start to analyze that information and being able to upload that information so we can get perspective in terms of what we're looking at. Now, the first thing that's going to come up is it's going to ask you, once you've loaded that information, is whether or not you want to create an automatic dashboard or whether or not you want to be able to create some insights within the assistant. Now, the first thing I'm going to start with is with regards to the automatic dashboard. So I'm going to put my mouse over on automatic dashboard, and in the bottom right, I'm going to click on create. And from that data, you can see it's going to start populating some information in regards to what we're looking at. There's information with regards to a tab on profit, one on cost of goods sold, and another one on budget sales. And again, giving you the information to be able to see the different KPIs that are important for you to look at. And as you navigate through the different tabs, you're going to see the metrics that can be better understood by comparing the different metrics by different dimensions to answer different questions, such as things like how much did we sell each month, or how much did we sell in each state, and how much did we sell compared to how much we spent. So on the first tab of the generated dashboard, you can check out to see the way the automatic dashboard answers these questions. Do you have a better understanding of some of the key insights that we're looking at? And again, I could just put my mouse over different areas and it'll tell me that information. As you can see, I can put my mouse on San Francisco, where it's showing me what the profit is and the cost of goods sold. And again, giving me the ability to zoom in as I see fit in terms of what I'm looking at. I can also scroll across to the other tabs, for example, cost of goods sold, and interpret some of the other information that's there. And again, putting my mouse on any one of these areas gives me additional context in what I'm looking at, and you can see what's happening here with regards to some of the other visualizations. And again, giving you a way to pick out highlights from a visualization. And again, looking at it in various different displays that we're looking at in terms of what we see. I can move over to the budget sales, and again, giving me some additional context in terms of the information that I loaded into the system. Now, if I move back to the profit tab, I also have the ability to look at information with regards to some narrative insights. Now, what Cognos Analytics is going to do is it's going to highlight the information that might be important to note. So if I put my mouse over the highlights area right here with regards to narrative insights, what's going to happen is you're going to see on the right-hand corner some additional information that might not necessarily be visible in front of you, but giving you the ability to give you some context of the information that you're seeing on screen. In this particular case, it's telling us that the state of California has the highest values for profit and cost of goods sold. It's telling us that cost of goods sold and profit diverged most when the state is Nevada, and when the cost of goods sold was almost 21,000, and so on and so forth. So it gives us various contexts that we can look at. Sometimes it even includes highlights from data that's not even visible in the visualization itself. Now, we also have the ability to not only look at that, but we also have the ability to ask ourselves our own questions. We can actually get additional visualizations by things that we want to be able to see. So I can open it up in the top right-hand corner. I can click on the assistant. And now I'm going to have the ability to start asking some questions. So now what I can do is I can say, well, what's the question that I want to ask? So maybe as an example, I might want to say something like, what is my total sales and revenue? So again, I can just type that in, hit enter, and it'll go ahead and generate me a response in regards to what I'm looking at. Now, I can also further ask other questions such as, what are my top 3 product? Now, as you notice, as I'm typing things, it's giving me some context in terms of some of the questions that I'm asking, almost like a ChatGPT kind of equivalent in terms of knowing the context of your data and what you're seeing that's going to be coming back. So I'm going to complete this in saying product types for, let's say, sales. And again, just hit the carriage return. And again, it's going to come back to me with an answer of what those things are. Now I can take that to a whole other level in regards to some other things that I might want to see. So I might want to say, show me all product for sales. So now, instead of responding back with what that answer is, I'm asking it to show me. So again, by me doing that, it's now going to come back to me with some form of a visualization, giving me the ability to actually interact with that information. Now, the information that you see on screen is not only giving you that visualization, but if I, move my mouse down here a bit, what you can see is that there's some insights that are showing up, where it's saying, in this particular case, here's the visualization, which, by the way, I have the ability to pick and choose if I want to drag and drop that onto my canvas and use that in my visualization, but I can also look at the insights that it's providing. In this particular case, it's telling us that the product Colombian has the highest value for both sales and cost of goods sold, but I can also ask it to provide me some of the additional insights that I'm looking at, where it's saying that sales is unusually high when the product is Colombian, and so on and so forth. And again, I can look at that. But here I have the ability to either share that information via email, or I have the option to say I want to add it to the current dashboard, or what I can say is I want to create it as a new dashboard. Now, if I say I want it to create it as a new dashboard, I can just click on this, and what will happen is it'll now generate that new dashboard in providing me that information just with that visualization. Now, if I go back to the assistant that I was looking at and I had that visualization, I also have the ability to say, you know what, I'd like to see some related visualizations instead. So I can click on related visualizations. It's going to provide me some additional context. In this particular case, it's showing me the sales by product and it's colored by state, which again, I have the ability to drag and drop, providing me some additional insights. Or what I can do is I can say along the lines of create a dashboard from this chart. And if I click on that, it's now going to give me some additional context as well. It's going to create me a new dashboard with that information that I was looking at. In this particular case, you can see information, all that information by state. within the products. And again, all of these visualizations that are kind of showing up over here. Again, this is just one of the ways that you can kind of work with the information in terms of what's going on and being able to really interact with your data in a very user-friendly, using your own kind of language to be able to ask the questions that you want and thereby leveraging the information that's coming back to you and the data that you want to look at. Now, we also have the ability to go back to Cognos Analytics and being able to work with the assistant. So I can pull up the assistant and I can see things that are here, but I can start asking questions inside of this screen. So I can ask other things that I want to be able to look like. So for example, I might say, show me product types by month. And notice again how it's completing the sentence of what it thinks I'm going to do. But I'm going to say for sales and let's say profit. I have that. I hit enter. It's going to again give me that information that I can see on screen in terms of what that visualization means. What is that data that's there? Again, giving me the ability to share that information, to add it to a dashboard, or to even click on more where it allows me to show related visualizations. But again, one of the key things that's important here is that I also have all of the insights that are available to me to look at, where I can see what's going on, and it's providing me information that I may not have known by just looking at the visualization, but again, it's giving me context based on the data that we're bringing in. And I can see all that information and just scroll down to see what information is coming back. Not only do I have the ability to look at these insights and see what that information is, but I also have the ability to change the visualization because again, what it's doing is it's using a form of AI to say with the information that it's being asked, this is the recommended display that we think that you should be wanting to look at the information in. But it does not mean that that is the visualization you have to stick with. You can switch it to, in this case, either a cluster bar, you can pick it to a stack bar. Again, a variety of these things that become available to you to be able to see things at ease and be able to interact with. One final one that I'm going to be able to put up here is with regards to, something along the lines of show me the top 5 states for sales. Again, go ahead and hit enter. Gives me that information again, really providing me the information that I want, but again, with the insights that we're able to work with. And as I showed before, at any point in time, I can either add it to a new dashboard with just this visualization, or I can say, again, show me some related visualizations as I showed. And if I don't like that visualization, I can go back to where I originally was and I can say, you know what? I like this visualization, create the dashboard from this chart. And then what'll happen is it will go ahead and create that new visualization for what you want to see. So really making it easy for you to interact with your information, how you see fit, whether you want to create a dashboard, whether you want to ask questions, it really gives you the insight to be able to build your own visuals in a dashboard and interact the way you want. But again, giving you that ability to publish important metrics and KPIs about information in a format that team members have the ability to quickly check and understand what's going on. As dashboards can be a very important tool to measure the progress when you're trying to align people to work on shared goals. So again, this is what we have inside of our QuickStart solution for SAP Business One in terms of how we are bringing AI and natural language questions to be able to interact with SAP Business One data out of the box. Thank you so much. And for more information, please visit sap.newintelligence.ca.